Today I have a really interesting story to tell you guys. So, we are going to Burkina Faso. And what is there? When you hear Burkina Faso, what comes into your mind? Your mind is great stuff. Lovely people, they're amazing. Especially Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing a tremendous job. So the thing is that Burkina Faso right now, led by Captain Ibrahim Traoré, when he came to power, he was like, don't pay me as a president. My job is a captain. I'm the captain of the army, so pay me according to my salary. Pay me as a captain, not as a president. And so he did so. And when he came to power, he pushed away all the French. He sacked all of them. The French military, he sacked all of them because they've been to the country for so many decades. And they were like, we're going to help you fight the terrorists. We're going to help you do this. We're going to help you do that. But for so many decades, they've never done so. They've not been able to they've not been able to sack the terrorists. Yet so, the thing is, the French France, right? They claim that they have they are one of the most powerful, they have one of the most powerful military in the world. But you guys are saying that you're fighting terrorists, you are driving them away and all of that, but yes, still you've been in Burkina Faso, you've been in Mali, you've been in Niger for so many years, so many decades, just so you've not been able to sack them, you've not been able to overcome them. But the terrorists, every single year, on and on and on, they keep getting more arms, they keep developing, they keep upgrading, they keep advancing. Here is the thing that now these terrorists have drones, they have aerial surveillance where they are able to detect where the Burkina Faso army is, where their enemies are, and bomb them. How can you tell me this story? You know, so when Captain Ibrahim Traoré became president of Burkina Faso, he was like, no, this nonsense must stop. We are not going to do that anymore. So they were like, they're going to have their own military, they are going to develop their own country themselves. A lot of these European countries were very, very angry, they were mad and all of that. But, and they were like, because they were mad and all of that, they were like, they're not going to give them any money again, they're not going to provide for them anymore and all of that. And so Captain Ibrahim Traore is like, we are going to come up with a national basket, and then every month we're going to dedicate an amount of money to put into this basket to help develop our country. And this started, everybody was like, okay, yeah, it's a really good initiative. They started doing it. And a few months later, they built their first tomato factory. A few months later, they started building roads. They started doing a whole lot of interesting and amazing stuff that were not able to be achieved in decades ago. You understand? They've been able to do a lot of things with this money that they started putting aside. They've been able to do things with it more than even years ago. You understand? So now, what is the whole take? So the whole news right now is that Captain Ibrahim Traore has provided Burkina Faso's government officials with 53 electric vehicles. 53 electric vehicles, and all of this amounts to 5 million CFA franc. And 5 million CFA franc, when you take into dollars, that is amounting to $1 million. That is $1 million. $1 million. Whilst other countries are using that same amount of money to buy 3 cars, 1 car, 2 cars and all of that, Burkina Faso is doing that with 58 cars with that same amount of money. 5 million safer. This is really, really amazing. And when we talk about electric vehicles, Burkina Faso has a tremendous partnership with China. So China is the one providing them with these vehicles. But they bought it from China, let me say it that way. They bought it from China, literally. So yeah, this is a really, really good work. This is an amazing story. It's very, very interesting actually. Because when you talk about a president providing vehicles for government officials, in Africa, you normally hear of Land Cruisers and all that. And all of these things cost money because those cars use fuel, they use petrol and all of that, and it is very, very expensive. But with EVs, it is a way to save costs, to save money, to keep costs less and very, very low. Because all you need is a charger, right? And you should know that Burkina Faso has tremendous amount of solar energy, because in Burkina Faso the sun scorches really, really hot. It is really, really hot over there, very, very hot over there. So they have the sun in abundance. So with this, going in for an EV is the best choice. It really, really works for them. So that is why they went in for the EVs. And it is very, very cheaper compared to these vehicles um, that use fuel. So yeah, I mean, this is a really, really good thing. This is a really, really amazing development that's coming out from Burkina Faso. All I want is Africa, other African leaders, other African countries to learn and follow the footsteps of Burkina Faso, because it is through that way we can be independent. It is through that way we can be able to liberate ourselves from these wicked colonial leaders, because they don't want the best for us. All they want is for us to be begging and begging, and then also all the time we coming to them to seek for help. We coming to them to, just depend on them actually, and then they taking all of it, all our resources from us. They take all our resources from us. That is something that we don't have to do as Africans. So all I want to see is that other African leaders expect to, or other African leaders follow the footsteps of these Sahelian leaders. They're really, really doing an amazing job, and this is very, very incredible. So great news, great development, and kudos to Burkina Faso people. They should hold on to Ibrahim Traoré. They should continue to do, and do the great work with them. That's one thing I like about Burkina Faso. Is really, really amazing. Their tomato plant alone is crazy. And can you imagine, like, who would even have thought that a country that is not receiving any funds from any other external financial institution be able to provide its government officials? And when we talk about government officials, we're talking about ministers, we're talking about, parliamentarians, all of these people, and even some, bro, I'm talking too much, but yeah, this is really, really good thing. Let me know what you think in the comment section. What do you think other African leaders should also do? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you guys on another one. Peace out.